Let's talk about smart space, the space that we're in at the moment. I took some time earlier on in the afternoon, and I saw one of the community ideas up there in the wall behind you was to do with stormwater harvesting and using solar energy to pump and create energy around these systems. How did the space come about, and what's the purpose of this smart space?
Multiple things to multiple people, which is again one of the challenging and beautiful things about it. So originally the space was, like everything with our smart city program, it started off smart city. Originally this was to be a smart street,
right,
where we displayed new technologies and cool things that were going on out there. But then we realised actually we can do better than a smart street with some sensors and things for people to look at. Like if we're going to be investing, let's create a space to really engage with the community on innovation. And so that's what it is. It's a space to engage on innovation. It's been open for 6 months, and like I said before, it's kind of gone along the same philosophy of let's just open the doors and have a crack. So we've done that. What we have around us are examples of innovation that's come out of the Waikato. So I'm from Hamilton City Council, but for the Smart Hamilton program, it's really important to remember that it's got a regional focus. We like to talk about the old proverb, a rising tide lifts all boats, and that's very true for us. We don't think you can have a strong Hamilton without a strong Waikato, and vice versa. So around here is innovations from the Waikato. That's about showing people the cool stuff that's going on. We've got some world firsts coming out of here. We've definitely got some New Zealand firsts. And really trying to change people's perceptions on A, our region, but B, how do we think about problem solving? How do we get around some of our challenges with thinking outside the box? So part of it is introducing our community to innovation, getting them used to that concept, because a lot of people on the street say, what's innovation? And actually it's a bit of a scary term. So there's normalising some technologies. If we have a new product that we want to try or a new app, we can put it in here, we can socialise it with people, and they can also give us feedback. So an important part of this is not just socialising innovation, getting people comfortable with the idea, but it's also getting the community to test our prototypes, to feed back to industry providers. So those are some of the people who exhibit in here. We might have people with new products, or they have a skill or a product that does one thing, and the community can come in and say, well, actually, we've got a need that this could be adapted to fit. And we can put those two groups together and get some collaborations going where you've got real user groups informing the development of products which will serve their needs better. So that's another part of it. But I like to talk about the space itself as a conversation starter. Where we're taking it is authentic community co-design. So I want people to walk in off the street, whether it's people who are from our community or whether it's organisations from our community of entities, and come in with a challenge or an idea and know that collectively this ecosystem can wrap around those ideas and those challenges and bring them to life.
So do you see the space being used as much by community, or is it more private sector organisations or more institutional partners? What's that ecosystem looking like on a day-to-day basis over here?
Today, everything.
Okay.
And that's my challenge. It's one of my challenges. When I say we've opened the doors and we're letting it evolve, a big part of this first stage is to understand who's coming in and how are they using it, and then we can adapt to fit those needs. Some of it's about promoting an idea, some of it's about testing it, like I say. Sometimes it's the CEO coming in and saying, oh wow, actually we want to really get involved in this particular area. Can you find us a user group that we can work with to inform us in our project? So a huge part of it is connections that people are getting out of it.
So in the next, let's say, 3 to 5 years, what would you want to see as an outcome of the Smart Space Initiative?
I would like to see every single one of these displays around here having been something that was instigated from this space. I want those post-its on the wall to turn into real products and initiatives and service improvements that have been generated by the people, defined by the people, worked with by the people, and supported by our ecosystem.
How do you go about managing expectations? I mean, once you get a space like this, where you want community to be involved, you want your partners to be involved, you want the university to be involved, you want the young ones to be involved, how do you go about managing expectations as to what the city will deliver versus what is someone else's responsibility and what is the responsibility for community?
Yeah, and I guess that's where we're taking a very gentle, slow burn opening here. So I spoke before about how we're working on a number of fronts in terms of we're building our capacity internally, we're having these conversations with our ecosystem partners, and we've got the community level there as well. So we're just trying to lift the motivation and the interest and the collaborative spirit in the ecosystem at the same time as we're building our ability to cope with ideas and putting them in action behind the scenes in the council before we completely say, hey guys, huge media release, come on and give us all your ideas and then we'll drown. So it's a real slow burn in terms of taking little examples and seeing how we manage them. So we're kind of piloting it ourselves behind the scenes. We're still setting up structures for how to channel these ideas and how to plug in different people's expertise. So we're still evolving, we're still playing.
Okay.
So maybe ask me in another year's time and I'll tell you how it goes.
Okay, I will. Fantastic. So, Chelsea Stewart, it's been a pleasure speaking with you on Smart Hamilton, and wish you all the best for the next few years with Smart Space and all the other initiatives underway.
Thank you.